Hey guys, what's going on? And welcome back to the channel. This is going to be my review of episode 1, 2, and 3 of Obi-Wan Kenobi. First of all, I just want to say, as always, hi, and that I've been away for ages because I'm just so busy at the moment. Getting any of these videos done is just like not at the top of my list at the moment. I'm dying to do it every day, but I've just got so much work on with my new record label and other projects. I just haven't had the time, and it's been really frustrating. I have actually done this review once last week. I've got a brand new microphone. You can't see it anymore. It's there. It's a really good microphone. I don't need it in my face anymore, and I didn't realize that. So I did this review already with the microphone right close to my face, and then after I recorded it and listened to it back, it's so distorted and so loud because of how good this microphone is, and I didn't realize. So I've had to do this again. This is the second time doing it, so I hopefully, fingers crossed, this goes well this time. And also, just for those people that are just interested in specific episode reviews, I will put the timestamps below in the description box. You can click them, and that'll lead you to each episode that I talk about. For some reason, YouTube won't allow me to add chapters into my videos. I don't know why. It's really annoying. So in the description box below, I will put the timestamps. Just click it if you want to skip to episode 3 review or whatever. So, Obi-Wan Kenobi, what do I think to this series so far? Well, for me, personally, episode 1 was a great start. I really did enjoy it. I feel like this is a really interesting time in Star Wars. It's a great time to tell a story because Order 66 has happened. Obi-Wan Kenobi thinks that he's killed Anakin. He doesn't realize that Anakin's become Darth Vader. There's so much that's happened in this 10 years since Order 66 with Anakin and with Obi-Wan. Their lives have changed so much. The universe, the galaxy has changed so much within Star Wars. Like, so much has happened. There's no more Jedi, or there's very little of Jedi. The Empire has wiped out all Jedi. It's a really dark and sad time in Star Wars, and it's a really good time for a deep story to be told. So I've been looking forward to this series, hoping it's going to nail this storytelling and get it right. And so far, I'm a little bit conflicted, if I'm honest, with what I've seen so far. But with episode 1, going into that, I feel like it was a strong episode, a great start. It was great to see Ewan McGregor reprise the role of Obi-Wan. I love Ewan McGregor. He's always been one of my favorite actors. I just love how he plays characters. He's just such a lovable person in all of his roles. I just love him as any character he's played. I'm really in belief that he is that person. Obi-Wan, he's playing it so well. Ben Kenobi feels like how Ben Kenobi should feel. This old guy who's really caring. He's wise, but he's also like now struggling under all the things that have happened, the grief and the guilt that he probably feels for failing Anakin is all on his head, and I feel that from him, and I feel like he's doing a really good role as playing Ben Kenobi. It's just great to see it. We get introduced to Reva, who people were already complaining about before they even seen it. I don't know why. Maybe there were some leaks that came out. I stayed away from anything like that, but for my personal take, I didn't mind her. She just was a little bit too in my face at the beginning. I was like, whoa. Like, she just came across as, I don't know, I feel like if she was so powerful with the Force, and obviously she's an Inquisitor, so she is a Jedi that's gone to the dark side. I don't know, I just wanted a bit more of like a powerful presence rather than be just some crazy out of control person. I don't know, she just seemed a little bit too in my face to begin with, but after watching episode 2 and 3, I am starting to warm to her a lot more. And yeah, I am very interested in her storyline now. I want to know what her motive is and why she's so obsessed by Obi-Wan. I have got a theory, which is other people's theories, and that's where I've got it from, and I do believe it. Basically, I think the first opening scene of Order 66, which by the way was sick, but when that Jedi gets killed and all the Padawans are looking over her and then they run away, there is one of the children, a black young girl, and I feel like that must be Reva when she was a kid, and maybe she's just blaming Obi-Wan for this whole situation because Anakin was the person who came and killed everybody. So yeah, that's the theory, and I kind of believe that, and that's a interesting story to be told, and I hope that kind of, unfolds. So maybe there might be a different story, but I'm interested in Reva anyway. So yeah, I am definitely a little bit more warming to her now. The Grand Inquisitor for me was exciting. I've not seen anything to do with him before. I've not seen the Rebels, so I don't know anything about him, so I was interested in him. It was a little bit of a disappointment. I just didn't feel like a powerful presence from him as such. I don't know why. Maybe it was just the way the actor portrayed the character. I don't know. It just didn't come across to me as like, oh god, this guy feels really like scary and powerful and dangerous. It just didn't feel like that to me. So I wasn't 100% on the Grand Inquisitor as well. And also, obviously, in episode 2, as we know, he gets killed, and that kind of made me feel like, well, that was just pointless. It just felt a bit of a disappointment for me. But you know, we don't even know if he's fully dead yet. We'll have to wait and see. I don't think he is, but anyway, we'll get into that. Princess Leia was a surprise to me. For some reason, I didn't expect to see Princess Leia. I don't know why, because obviously she's a real person. She's Luke's sister. Luke's there. Why isn't Leia there? I just didn't think that she would be there. I don't know why. But anyway, we got Leia, and it was so cool to see her as a kid. I loved it. It was like a heartwarming thing to see. Like, that is Leia as a child. It was really, really nice to see. But she also fucking pissed me off loads when she was trying to run around in that forest, get chased by all the bad guys. One of them's from the Red Hot Chili Peppers, which was weird. Can't remember his name, Spliff or something. I can't remember. Anyway, when they were trying to chase her and they couldn't catch her, really annoyed me more than it probably should have done. I was like, this is stupid. Stupid writing. Who's written this? Like, they could catch her at any moment. She even runs into them at points, and then they're like, not like that, but you know what I mean? They could have just easily grabbed her, but they didn't, so that really annoyed me, but it was still cool to see Leia, and I did really like to see her. But yeah, this episode for me really was solid. I enjoyed it. There wasn't really that many problems, just a little few things here and there, like the Leia chase scene, which annoyed me more than it probably should have done. But as a whole, I really did enjoy this episode, and it got me excited for the future episodes, and I was in it. I was like, okay, cool, this is set up great, and I like it, I'm into it. So for me, if I was going to give this episode a rating, I would give it an 8 out of 10. Episode 2. Episode 2 for me was still an enjoyable episode, but I didn't enjoy it as much. I feel like a lot of it felt like filler, just for really the ultimate thing on this episode 2 was for Obi-Wan to find out that Anakin was still alive. So that was really the point of episode 2, but to get to that, they filled in a load of stuff that just annoyed me. First of all, that fake Jedi, the guy who pretends to be the Jedi, was just, I didn't believe it. It was played by a too obvious character, an actor, I can't remember his name. I do like him as an actor, but it was too obvious to me. It was like, I know him too well, and he's playing this character over the top. It's cheesy. I didn't believe him. It just felt like a cheesy character that's been written and thrown in there for like comedy value, or to just make things a little bit fun and exciting and interesting. But I don't know, it came off the wrong way to me. I was like, he's annoying me. I just don't believe his character. So that was one thing that annoyed me. The second thing that really, really annoyed me, and it proper took away a lot from the episode, was this stupid chase scene between Obi-Wan and Leia again. I just did not believe it at all. It was really bad writing. Whoever written that I just feel like that's stupid. The fact that Leia can get away from fully grown men when she's 10 years old, and she can climb up buildings, like huge buildings that she obviously must climb up because she's on the rooftops. Obi-Wan's chasing over rooftops. She's jumping over roofs, and Obi-Wan can't catch her. I just did not like it at all. It made me not like the episode. That whole thing made me go, this is stupid. I'm not enjoying it. It's crap writing. So I didn't really enjoy it as much. To be honest, I actually didn't enjoy it that much. It was still okay. I found it an alright episode. There was some things in there that were enjoyable, but then again, when Obi-Wan's climbing onto the rooftops, it was just so convenient that the enemies, the bad guys, were on the exact roof opposite, waiting around to try and find Obi-Wan. Turns out they're on the exact roof opposite. They have a whole shootout on the roof. It just felt like an excuse to have some sort of action, but it didn't land for me. It just felt like crap writing. And yeah, I just didn't enjoy it at all. Also, we get Reva, who kills the Grand Inquisitor like that, which annoyed me because I was like, what? So that's it then? Is that the Grand Inquisitor? He hasn't done anything, but he's like the Grand Inquisitor. Is that just what he does? He doesn't do anything and then he dies? It just felt a little bit like a waste of a character. But whether he's alive or not, we don't know. So we're going to have to wait and see and find out. The best part of this episode was when Obi-Wan finds out that Anakin's still alive. Amazing, because just the realization of, oh my god, like Anakin's alive and he's Darth Vader, I was like, oh sick, like this is actually really, really interesting. And yeah, it was just a really good moment, and that was a great thing in the episode. That's really all that stands out to me. in this episode. It was okay, there were some fun bits, but really all in all, I just found it a bit of a filler and a bit of a waste of time. A bit of a long wait for him to find out that Anakin's alive. Also, I have to say, it feels like this show feels like small budget. It looks good, but it doesn't feel like huge in budget. I feel like I can tell they're doing it in that Disney Star Wars studio, that new one with all the 3D screen that they do The Mandalorian in. I can't remember the name of it, but I feel like I can just tell. It just looks like a TV show. It doesn't look like it should look. It should look more epic, but it doesn't, and that's taken me out as well. So yeah, that is an issue for me. It's not selling me on the world so much. I'm not believing that they're really in these locations because it just feels like they're on set. So yeah, for me, episode 2 was okay. I enjoyed it, but there was a load of stuff I didn't like. It annoyed me, but we got some cool stuff. So for me, if I was to give that episode a rating, I would give it a 6 out of 10. Okay, and finally, episode 3. Episode 3 for me was the best episode of the series. I really did enjoy episode 3. I thought it was all good. I do have issues with some of it, but all in all, I thought it was a really solid episode. I really enjoyed Leia in this episode, finally. I really enjoyed her. I thought the actress plays her really well. I actually started to really like her. So I didn't like her before, but she just annoyed me because she just kept running away and not getting caught. But anyway, her relationship with Ben Kenobi in this episode was just so lovely and heartwarming. The way that Ben talks to her, the little moments that they have, the little parts of dialogue that they have about just, you know, life and her mother, Padme, and just certain things that they talk about was like really nice and just heartwarming is the right word to use. Ewan McGregor playing Ben Kenobi is just, again, I have to say it is amazing. He plays it so well. In this episode, I loved him. Just the way that he just talks is just so nice and comforting. And to Leia, I just found it really lovely. Just watching them two together, I really did enjoy it. I really like the scene where they're on the back of that truck, where that weird character, I don't know what he's called, Frank or something. Is he called Frank? It's a random name for that type of character. Anyway, probably not. Anyway, that scene where they're on the back and all the stormtroopers are sat there and they're telling them they're looking for a Jedi was intense. I definitely felt the suspense in that scene. I thought it was done really well. I really liked it. I loved how Leia was just so quick on her feet to come up with all these different stories as to why they're there, and that her father, Odin, who's obviously Obi-Wan, is taking her to go and see where her mother died or something like this. I just thought it was really cool and well written. I liked this scene. That was good. I loved the scene of obviously Ben then getting caught by the droid, and he destroys the droid and then kills all the stormtroopers. One of the stormtroopers finally gets decapitated, which is cool to see. I did want him to use his lightsaber because I just want to see Obi-Wan with a lightsaber again, but I understand he can't do that yet. He can't really use it unless it's last resort. He can't use the Force because obviously the Empire will spot him and notice him, and it'll send like a beacon out and they'll feel him. Well, yeah, I guess they would just feel where he is. Guess that's how it works. And they will basically be able to find him, and he can't risk that. So he has to use his blaster, which is still cool. It's still good to see Ben Kenobi just kicking ass. But obviously, he's still a little bit rusty at the moment. But I'm looking forward to seeing him sort of come more into his power. I'm pretty sure he's going to have to, which I'll go into in a moment. But yeah, I feel like in the next few episodes, he's going to have to start training himself or something again, because at the minute he's just too rusty, as we know, because at the end of this episode where he fights Vader, he is basically useless. He can't fight him at all. He's actually just running away pretty much the whole time. Now, this is where I get a little bit, things start to get a bit frustrating for me. First of all, it was great to see Vader come down into that village and start taking people out and killing them and breaking the necks and dragging people about. Seeing Vader really being brutal and dark and just murdering people just on the spot for no reason. Obviously, he's trying to draw out Obi-Wan. That's what I felt like. I felt like he was doing that to draw Obi-Wan out because of how violent he was being. Or maybe it's just showing you Vader is just really violent now. He just doesn't care. He'll kill anyone. I feel like it was to bring Obi-Wan out. Who knows? That was a really sick scene. I do wish that they were in a more of an epic location. It felt really small scale. Like as I was saying, it feels like the budget just isn't that big. Everything feels like really small and confined. It feels like they're on set. I just wish they were in a different location rather than just like a dark, barren land. I guess they were trying to do that because it was dark. You could see the lightsabers. It's a cool thing to see the blue and the red sort of in the dark fighting against each other. Like, it was a cool visual, but I just wish it was on a better setting, just somewhere more epic. But the fight between Obi-Wan and Vader was, of course, it was great to see, but I just wanted more. I wanted Vader to be more, like, going at him. I wanted to see more rage from Vader. I wanted some more dialogue. I wanted Obi-Wan to have more dialogue to Vader and trying to understand what's happened to Anakin and trying to reach out to his apprentice. I know they've gone through, obviously, what happened in Revenge of the Sith, and obviously 10 years has been since then, but it's been on Obi-Wan's mind and Anakin's mind this whole time. They haven't stopped thinking about each other. I just wanted a bit more dialogue, some more deeper moments with them, and we never got it. It was just Vader saying a couple of lines and Obi-Wan running away and just being a coward. I was just a little like, oh, I just wanted more, but it was still cool to see. It was really, really cool to see where Vader holds Obi-Wan up by the Force, by his throat, and then brings him down to the ground and drags him through the fire. That was sick. I really, really did like that. I was like, what's going to happen here? Because I don't remember Ben Kenobi having any burn scars. So I was like, what's going to happen? Obviously, he's not in the fire for too long. His side gets burnt, but none of his face. Doesn't look like his face got burnt. So, you know, that makes sense as to why I haven't seen any scars on Ben Kenobi in the originals. So yeah, that was a really, really cool scene. I really did like it. It was frustrating that Vader just let him go, though. Like, I was like, why would you let him go? I don't know, really. Maybe Vader's just toying with him and doesn't want to fully kill him yet. Maybe he's not fully committed to killing him. But then again, I feel like Vader would be fully committed to killing him because he blames him for everything that's happened to him, for the death of Padme. He's been thinking of killing Obi-Wan all this time. Now he gets his moment. Why didn't he kill him? I really don't know. It's a bit of a blur, a bit of a mystery as to like why. Maybe he just wants to toy with him, and maybe he just wants to chase. That's the only thing that makes sense. But it was a really, really cool thing to see these two together again. And to see them fighting was great. And obviously, we're going to get a second fight from them. It's been confirmed there's going to be 2 fights. So I guess the end episode is going to be them two back at it. And Obi-Wan's probably going to kick his ass. That's what I'm imagining. So yeah, there's stuff to look forward to. I did enjoy it. This was the better episode of the 3. Again, I thought episode 1 was great. Episode 2, not so great. Episode 3, I thought was a great episode as well. So for me, if I was to give episode 3 a rating, I would give it an 8 out of 10. So that's it, guys. That's my review of the first 3 episodes of Obi-Wan Kenobi. I will do an episode of episode 4 whenever it comes out. I think it's tomorrow, Wednesday. We'll have to double check on that, but I will try and do my review straight afterwards, or at least the day after, at least straight away the day after. But yeah, that's my review, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know down below in the comments, have you seen it yet? What do you think to the series so far? What are you wanting? Are you happy with everything, or are you not? Do you agree or disagree with what I've just said? I'd love to know what your thoughts are down below. Please hit the like button as well if you enjoyed this review. That would be amazing for me. And also, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time on wAFF World.